Alrighty, what's up everybody? It is I, Peter Joseph here for video number 2 on your, now, Monday night, October the 28th, 2024. Thank you all for watching this particular video right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 6-6. Go Dodgers 9. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down there in the description box below on this channel and my other channels as well. Show your love and support, leave a comment on the video if you want, but don't leave stupid comments, because you'll get sent to the shadow realm where Satan will pretty much eat your soul. He will. Trust me, he will. So don't do it, and don't act like a schmuck. If you want to do that, go on your dead channel and do that. Don't do it here, because we don't like that shit. Anyway. So leave a comment if you wish. You don't have to, but if you want to, go do it. And don't forget to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. Because if you miss anything, you're pretty much SOL. And you know what that means. If you don't know, look it up. And that's all I got to say about that. So, once again, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you wish. Hit the bell for more. And follow me on social media and all that other good shit. And that's all I gotta say about that. And if you're brand new here, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab that cold one like this one. Put your feet up. Sit back, you relax, and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. Hit that like button, stick that thumb straight up everybody else's woo-ha, because that's where it belongs. If they don't like it, you tell them, I like the video, so here's to you. That's that. If you don't like the video, well, move on, get the fuck out. And if you can't do that, you got a lot of problems. And you need to get a life. Seriously, a lot of you people on this fucking website and on social media in general need a fucking life. Instead of, worry about your life instead of trying to ruin somebody else's life that has a way better life than you. Just saying. But don't care about what other people do in their lives. Worry about your life. Okay? Do something else with your life rather than the bullshit that goes on these days. I'm just being real. If you're gonna be doing that, you're not gonna end up in a great place. I'm just gonna say that right now. But it is what it is. Minus all that. Alright. So, you don't like my videos, then don't watch it. But you're gonna watch it anyway because you got nothing else to do with your fucking boring as fuck life. Oh, I work, then focus on your job. Not about, oh, I gotta watch the next Peter Gilmore video. Do I care about when, do I go, oh, the video's out, yay! No. I don't care about that shit. I care about myself, my life, my social life with the missus, and, that's it. I don't give two fucks about YouTube. I do this for fun. And if you can't understand that, then get the fuck out of here, get a life if you can, and focus on that. But you wanna be a schmuck, do stupid things that are, some of them are against the law, then you're gonna end up in a really bad place. Trust me on that. You don't see me doing that shit. I don't need to do that. I got a better life and better things to worry about than that shit. But I'm just saying. Moving on. That's that. Alright, it is Monday night. You know what that means. We got Raw coming up at the top of the hour. Should be a good show. Also, I thought it was on now, but so I botched, basically. I thought the World Series was going to begin now, but they're doing an hour and a half pre-show. An hour and a half. Dumb. Fox is so fucking dumb. But I digress. So, Game 3 of the World Series coming your way in a little, just under an hour or so. I think it starts at 8:08. And going head-to-head with Raw. Raw's not going to do a great rating. But it is what it is. Dodgers are up 2-0, but are in the House of Horrors, basically, that construction site in the Bronx. Let's see if what happens if the Yankees can wake the fuck up, get some home cooking, and maybe make it a series. But see what happens with that. But in any case, Shohei Ohtani is playing tonight as a DH. They said if he does get on base, he has to watch how he slides. You think? So let's see what happens with that. Oh, now they got Rob Manfred on the pre-show, the commissioner of baseball for almost 10 years now. Horrible. You are a horrible man. Hey, he's talking to a steroid user. That means A-Rod. Fire him! Oh, sorry. Well, he's out of baseball, so he can't really fire him. He can't do anything. But, can't fire Jeter, can't fire, Big Papi. It is what it is. Also, speaking of big people, Fat Joe, I believe, is supposed to be singing tonight, like Ice Cube sang Saturday night. Today was a good day. So Fat Joe is I think he's gonna sing probably Lean Back. Lean Back. Lean Back. Don't dance in, pick up your pants and do the walk away. Lean back. Lean back. Lean back. That was a great song back in the day. Still a good banger if you hear it in the club once in a while. But it is what it is. Hopefully the Dodgers will be dancing all over the Yankees tonight. Make it 3-0 and then you can say bye-bye, so long, farewell to the Yankees. But we'll see what happens with tonight. Walker Buehler on the mound for the Dodgers. I don't even know his picture for the Yankees, but he probably sucks anyway. Luis Gil tomorrow, pitching against, pretty much the Dodgers bullpen, because that's the bullpen game tomorrow, Game 4. Game 5, back to the beginning. We got Flaherty. I think he can pitch. He did mess up his hamstring, but I think he should be okay to pitch Game 5 on Wednesday night against Garrett Cole. And then Game 6 will be Yamamoto and Rodon. And then Game 7, probably what's tonight. Or all hands on deck, basically. But we'll see what happens with that. World Series will be starting in 56 minutes. So, for those of you who do the math, it's 8:15. I thought it was 8:08, but I guess they pushed it to 8:15 because of Fat Joe's performance. So nobody gives two fucks about, but anyway. I wonder who's going to be tomorrow. They're going to have everybody that's from the Bronx, basically. Maybe get Jennifer Lopez to come out and just show her hot ass. Big booty, but you got a big booty. Shake it, We'll see what happens with that. I know I'm being weird, but I don't give a fuck. You watched it anyway. Thank you for the free view, and the sub, and the download. Fuck you. That's not. That's decent. That's good music. But I digress on that. People get 1 billion views. Big fucking what? Where's Bieber done lately? Nothing! Bieber is the Antichrist. Nobody cares for him, and nobody bothers to even care. Let's just say that. But anyway, Bieber's a joke. If it ain't this, it pretty much sucks. Except, unless your name is Lady Gaga, Justin Timberlake, and a few others that actually I do like in the pop world. But if your name is Bieber or Celine Dion, you can kiss my ass. And if you like them, well, fuck you too. That's all I gotta say about that. Moving on from that, I could do a music video at another time about how metal is kind of way better than pop music these days. Just saying. But we'll do that another time. But in any case, ladies and gentlemen, we got Raw, like I said, coming up in a little bit. But right now, I know this is a little bit late, and it's really out of date, so it is time for your late, and so far out of fucking date, AEW Rampage, and also Collision reviews. For this past weekend, Friday, October the 25th, and Saturday, the 26th of October, 2024. Alright, so AEW is rolling along all the way until November the 23rd, which is their next to last pay-per-view of the year. November 23rd in Newark, New Jersey at The Rock, the Prudential Center. Full Gear, I believe number 6, 7, I don't even know what it's up to, but it's Full Gear 2024. So lots of storylines and angles and all the shit between now and November the 23rd. We'll get all that. So lots of stuff to talk about. Let's get right into it. Let's not waste any more time. Alright, so let's start with Rampage, because I think Rampage was a little bit better than Collision. But we move on with that. Alright, so Rampage emanated from the Maverick Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. And our commentary team of the men behind the mask, Excalibur, Daddy Magic, Matt Maynard. If you want to know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard? You could go tell him on his podcast if he still does it. Or if you meet him, just ask him. But anyway, I don't know, that might be weird, but anyway. So, Matt Maynard and my good friend, the legendary man himself, Tony Baloney Schiavone. Or, as Chris Jericho would call him, Tony Schiavone. I call him Tony Maloney. But it is what it is. That's that. Alright, let's get into it. Let's not wait any time. We're just going to paraphrase as, I'm not going to go through every move or anything like that. We're going to keep it simple. So it's not going to be that long of a video, but we'll see what happens. Alright, match number 1 on Rampage. We have a triple threat match, not for anything. We have the Undisputed Kingdom of the Kingdom. I'm Matt Taven, and if you don't like Matt Taven, yes you slimy bastard, you are a Melvin. If you don't know what Melvin means, look it up. Anyway, and his partner, Michael Kanellis Bennett. And, yeah, we have to pray for Maria Bennett right now. She went back to the hospital late last night because she had complications from her surgery to remove, I think, a mass in her stomach or something like that. It was really bad, and she still had back pain. I think she had head pain. She was a mess, so they had to bring her back to the hospital. I hope she's all right. I think that they stayed. That she stayed overnight. Obviously, I hope she gets out pretty soon, and she doesn't have any more complications from her surgery, and she can live a healthy, productive life. And I think it's the same thing that Maurice and Brandy Rhodes had. I think that same illness or procedure that they had. But, we have to pray for Maria Kanellis Bennett, Some people may not like her, because she claims she is the first lady of professional wrestling when she's not. But if she wants to call that, let her call that. I still think we all know it's Miss Elizabeth. That's another story for another time. Right, Liz? That's right, Mr. Gilmore. I mean, that's Joseph. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, moving on. Alright, so we got that. But prayers to Maria Kanellis. I hope she recovers nicely. And speedy recovery. That's pretty much it. Alright, so Taven and Bennett take on Shane Taylor Promotions of the Big Man, Shane Taylor, and the Ring of Honor Pure Champion, Lee Moriarty, Tiger Style. And they take on the Gates of Agony, Bishop Bon! I know not Quan! And his partner, Toa Leona. Alright. We also had Roderick Strong on commentary. Makes it even better. Alright, so it was a pretty good match to start the show. Back and forth they went. In the end, the Undisputed Kingdom get the win after Mike Bennett hit a wicked spinning back fist on Bishop Juan. And then Toa Leona gets sent over the top rope. And then Mike Bennett, who's looked like a house of fire, goes up top, hits a frog splash, not like Eddie Guerrero. And say, oh, he not hit the Guerrero there, but... You okay, Eddie? I'm sorry, I had sangria before. Okay. Oh, okay. You're not to tell me that. But, you know, nobody, and I mean nobody, hits a frog splash like Eddie Guerrero is in a Hall of Famer. Latino Heat. That dude, is that good? Exactly. You do a very good impression of me, Isabello. I know, thank you. You got the mamacita too. I know. I know, so you have China. Oh, I love China, mamacita, Joni. Ah. I miss her too. What do you mean you miss her? Where is she? Look, she's always with you. She went to the bar. She went to some salon or something. I don't know. I see. Wait, there were salons in heaven? I didn't know that. You learn something every day. Anyway, Eddie, we'll talk later. Okay, let's see. Adios. Okay, moving on. We get that. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so the Undisputed Kingdom get the win over the Gates of Agony and Shane Taylor Promotions. And that's pretty much it. 8-minute match. Match was decent. 2.5 out of 5 stars. We move on. Alright, there we go. Backstage with the incomparable Renee Paquette. She's with the big man himself. Yeah. It's me. Beef. The Beef. Yeah. Beef. That guy. Beef. Beef. It's what's for dinner. So, she's there with him. And she asked him about his cousin, say his name, and he appears. And like Joe Hendry, it's Anthony Henry, who had a bite. He has a torn bicep. Ooh. That's gotta hurt. So, Anthony Henry, I hope you have a speedy recovery. Another speedy recovery. We have to talk about Chris Bay, who sadly got injured at the Impact tapings. They had to take him out on the stretcher. I think he messed up his shoulder. I don't know. It was leg. It was really bad from what I read. It's bad. It's bad. Not bad, but bad. But Chris Bay is going to be out for a little while. But so our prayers and our prayers go to Chris Bay, my boy. Still part of the Bullet Club, ladies and gentlemen, with Ace Austin. But as always, Chris Bay, my good friend, my buddy, too sweet for the love of God. Yes. We move on with that. Alright, so Renee Paquette talks to Beef about Anthony Henry, and he's like, I couldn't get J.D. Drake his number, and then of all people, he's back, J.D. Drake. He comes in, and Beef's all like, oh my God, it's J.D. Drake. So JD comes in, he looks like he's about to beat his ass, and he's like, I like you, kid. I'll see you out there. So, excuse me, J.D. Drake will be at ringside for Beef's match with the Beast, Mortos. So we get that. Speaking of the Beast, Mortos. Oh, by the way, I get that last segment. 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to Renee once again with the Undisputed Kingdom, this time with Roddy! He's there with Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. Roddy's still trying to get Mortis to join them. And I have a little, like, Halloween gift basket for him, like Skittles, bite-sized candies, you know. And, you know, there's like, oh, if you join us, you can have all the beef you want. Okay. So they're still trying to get him away from LFI. It's like a tug-of-war. You're in here, come with us. I don't know what's going to happen with the Beast Mortals. I think he's going to get all mad. He's going to gore everybody, like Rhino, you know. Rhino, a Hall of Famer, by the way. TNA Hall of Famer, not WWE, but he's a Hall of Famer in TNA along with Bob Ryder. That was pretty damn nice. Which should have been AJ. Oh, WWE, you fucking assholes. Basically blocked any chance of AJ Styles ever getting in the TNA Hall of Fame. How fucked up is that? Oh, you let Christian go in, right? Sting is in. Bully Ray and Devon are in. You let them go in, but you don't do it for AJ fucking Styles? Bam! I mean, really? Hunter? Come on. Nick fucking Khan, man. Seriously, AJ is the originator of TNA. Along with Samoa Joe. And Daniels. You know Tony Khan's like, you can go. Oh, but it's WWE. We won't let anybody that used to work in TNA or AEW go into another promotion's Hall of Fame because we're a bunch of pussies. Bunch of fucking pussies you are. AJ is a clear TNA Hall of Famer. Should have been #1, but they put in Sting for obvious reasons. Jeff Jarrett is in the Hall of Fame. You know what should be in? G Lethal. I know, I can name almost everybody that should be in the TNA Hall of Fame. Velvet Sky, Angelina Love of you know, the beautiful people, they should be in. Gail Kim, I think, is in already. Mickie James is in. I'm just saying. Victoria is, I believe, in the TNA Hall of Fame. If she's not, she will be in there. Tommy Dreamer, Earl Hebner, but okay. Abyss is in. I believe, Bobby Roode is in. Oh, he should be. Chris Harris should be in. Cowboy James Storm should be in with America's Most Wanted. Probably one of the greatest TNA tag teams next to so many others. You know, like the Motor City Machine Guns, you know. They should have been in. I don't know why. It was in Detroit. I know Rhino is in from Detroit. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I didn't know Bob Ryder came from Detroit. But you should have had it. Rhino, the Motor City Machine Guns, and Bob Ryder. Who thinks of who comes up with the Hall of Fame there in TNA? Not Scott D'Amore, who's ever running this goddamn promotion. Those idiots at Sinclair. At Anthem Sports, you fucking idiots. I understand they want to get AJ. They called WWE to say, hey, we want AJ to be in the TNA Hall of Fame. They, you know, Hunter and probably Stephanie. Hi, Steph. And, you know, everybody, Nick Khan, they're like, nope! What? I don't understand why. AJ would have been there in a heartbeat. It makes no fucking sense to me why AJ fucking Styles is not in the TNA Hall of Fame. Why? Like I said, WWE are fucking pussies. And TNA's Hall of Fame is way better than the WWE Hall of Fame. Minus the good people that are actually in the fucking Hall of Fame. Like Macho Man Randy Savage, ooh, yeah! You know, Hulk Hogan brother, you know, people like that. But recently, if you notice, they put in assholes like the Bella Sluts, Beth fucking Phoenix. They put in Coco Beware for some odd reason. Well, basically for, you know, they put Coco Beware and Frankie the Bird, you know. And, well, really, Coco Beware didn't really do much in WWE, except for Paul Driver! The wrestling album, too. But they put just any random schmuck in this fucking Hall of Fame. But the last couple of years, this year's class was, actually I liked it because it was Heyman and, Bull Nakano and, I forget who else, but we got that. I hope, now that Hunter is taking over, I hope and pray we're going to get some good people over the next few years. But the one person I think we should really get in, there's a lot of people, but the one person I really want to get in is Miss fucking Elizabeth. When is that going to happen? And why hasn't it happened? I still want to know. Is it a thing with Randy Puffo's family? Is it a thing with Miss Elizabeth's family? Is it the whole thing with Luger? When Luger's going in next year, probably. I hope Luger goes in next year. Along with Bray Wyatt. And maybe The Rock. Probably Cena, because Cena's going to be at WrestleMania. So, that would be funny if Cena goes in before The Rock. I mean, I think The Rock is in, but... No, The Rock is in, actually. What am I talking about? Cena goes in before Triple H. That's kind of, yeah, you know. I know Hunter's gonna get in eventually. I mean, he is kind of in with DX. I'm talking about Solo. Shawn Michaels is in by himself and with DX. I'm just saying. And technically, if you think about the NWO, technically, because he was part of the NWO, for like a cup of coffee, like Booker T was part of the NWO for like a cup of coffee. That was stupid, have Booker T in the NWO just for like a week. I mean, come on. That's like Disco Inferno being on the Wolfpack. Nobody cared. Yeah, he was in the Wolfpack. Barely, but nobody fucking cared. Because basically, like, the Wolfpack was a whole bunch of faces anyway. Like, anybody could be in the Wolfpack. Ralphus could have been in the Wolfpack. Remember Ralphus? We all remember Ralphus. Some of you do, some of you don't. I think, I could be wrong on this, Canyon was part of the Wolfpack. Oh, better than Canyon! Everybody. No, that's not it. Nobody is better than Canyon! Bam Bam Bigelow should be in the Hall of Fame, too. I just want to point that out, too, because he's good friends with, you know, he's good friends with Canyon and DDP, the New Jersey Triad, former six-man tag team champions. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. Former tag team champions. But, and then they were kind of they brought the Freebird rule, which was made by the Freebirds. You know, Terry Bam Bam Gordy, Michael P.S. Hayes, and Jimmy Jam Garvin. Best Street, Atlanta, GA. You know, great theme. Probably one of the best WCW themes of all time. It is one of them. You know, the other one is American Males, bam, 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 American Males. Now that one? Some of you do. Ew, that theme sucks. Why is that the number one? No, it's not my number one. I never said that was my number one. I said it's one of my favorites. Another guy should be, you know, another guy should be in the Hall of Fame? Das Wunderkind, Alex Wright. He had a dance of Doom. It was great. Former Cruiserweight champion, I might add. Good old days of WCW. Alright, let's get back on track. Because we're a couple minutes away. Alright, so once again, let's get back to AEW Rampage. So, Roddy and Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, they're still trying to get the Beast Mortos to come in. They offer him some meat, they offer him some Skittles, bite-sized candies, and all that other good shit. But Mortos seems like he doesn't want it. He's like, yeah. That's all he says. He doesn't speak a word of English. But we move on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, match number 2, we go to the ladies of AEW, and 2 hot pieces of ace in that ring for 6 minutes. We had Anna Jay, who has a fat ass and a mean attitude, and gets banged every fucking night by Jack Perry, you son of a bitch! Anyway, she takes on the lovely, vivacious Layla Gray, who hangs out with Top Flight Andretti, and Action Andretti, of course, too. I believe this is her first actual match in a while. Because, like, she used to be with Jade Cargill, and, the Woman on Fire, Kiera Hogan. Whatever happened to her? Did she get hurt? Or she just left? I haven't seen Kiera Hogan in, like, a long time. Anybody know what happened to her? I think she got hurt. Well, we know with Layla Gray, she used to be with Jade, and her baddies and everything, they used to be them. And, basically, after Jade left, Kiera Hogan went on her way. She went to Ring of Honor, mostly. And then, we haven't seen her much. She had a little thing with Diamante. And then, what happened? Layla Gray was, she had a couple matches in Ring of Honor, and then, you know, maybe a few on Dark and Elevation, and then she was doing some indie work, and now they brought her in to basically be the stewardess for Top Flight. I mean, just there to look good, which nothing wrong with that, but anyway, 6-minute match, back and forth they went. Anna Jay wins the match with a gory bomb flatliner, her new move. 1, 2, 3, she gets the win, and this coming Saturday on Collision, hours after Crown Fool, we got Collision coming away at 8 o'clock on TNT. We got a women's title match with the lovely Mariah May and the lovely Anna Jay. Yeah, it kind of rhymes. Anna Jay and Mariah May. We got that. So we'll see what happens with all that. Alright, so that match I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, match number 3. Back to the men. Beefy men. Big beefy men slapping meat in that ring. We got the Beast, Mortos, who came out with the rest of LFI. Bruce and Jadistico. He takes on, the Beef Man. Or as I call him, a little bit slimmer than Otis. But I digress. He came out with JDJ. Kevin Owens' favorite person in the whole wide world. He'll tell you, too. J. Yeah. This was a good match. Like I said, big beefy men slapping the crap out of each other. Eventually, Roosh gets involved and pushes Beef off the ropes. Mortos is able to capitalize, and then JD Drake and the referee get all caught up in the chaos, and nobody even sees Roosh. What Roosh just did, pushing Beef off the ropes, and Mortos picks up the win with a fruit roll-up. Not the greatest finish, but still, match was meh, 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. And then afterwards, LFI 3-on-2 beatdown on JD Drake and Beef. And that's it. 10-minute match. Match was meh, 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, moving on. Alright, your main event. I think this is the main event. Yeah, pretty much the main event. Alright, so your main event of the evening, match number 4 on Rampage. This was a great match. Rick O'Shit taking on Nick freaking Wayne with his hot mom. Nick Wayne's mom has got it going on. Yeah. Okay. I have a good voice. I'm a good singer. And you're not. That's pretty much it. Back and forth they went. Lots of flippy nippity news. And also we found out that Ricochet is going to take on Leo Rush on Collision. We'll talk about that in a minute. But back and forth they went. Long as fuck match, by the way. But we're gonna get near the end. Nick Wayne hits a dragon suplex for a near fall. Goes for Wayne's World, party time, excellent. Okay. Goes for that. Ricochet counters, hits a deadlift suplex for a near fall. And then they trade some kicks. Both men go down. Ricochet comes off the ropes. Nick Wayne hits his version of the Gilmore Kata. Bang. And goes for a cover, and somehow Ricochet kicked out of that. And then Nick Wayne goes back up top, goes for Wayne's World again. And then this time Ricochet hits a knee to face, followed by the Falcon Arrow. He did the deed. And then he hits a new move where he's like he thinks he's Kenny Omega. And partly Will Ocean Spray, he kind of hits his version of the Hidden Blade. But he hits it like a forward elbow strike. And he gets the win. 1, 2, 3. Match was great. 3.25 out of 5 stars. And all in all, I thought Rampage wasn't that bad. 6.5 out of 10 stars. And that's it. After the match, the Intercontinental Champion, Kensuke Takeshita, he comes out for a big old stare down. And that's it. Alright, that is Rampage. And now, really quickly, we're going to get to Collision. As we're a few minutes away from first pitch of the World Series and Monday Night Raw. as the pitcher for the Yankees tonight is now making his way on the field. Walker Buehler making his way into the bullpen. So it should be a good game tonight. You know, Yankees are back in that short porch in that construction site dump of a stadium called Skanky Stadium. You know, they're back home. I think they might take 2 or 3. I still think it's going 6, but the Dodgers are going to win in LA. I think they're going to win on their home turf. I just can't see the Yankees winning 4 straight like they did in '96. Against of all teams, the Braves. Of all teams, the Braves. How do you feel about that, JD? Fucking asshole. I bet you he still hasn't recovered from that shit. But, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he's happy he's got a couple of titles. Big fucking whoop. What have you done what have the Braves done lately? Shit. They haven't done shit. They got beat in the wild card round. Ha! But we move on. Alright, let's go to Collision, ladies and gentlemen. From this past Saturday night, October the 26th, 2024. And we are emanating from the Alliant Energy Powerhouse. Not Powerhouse Hobbs, but Powerhouse. In Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Not the greatest place in the world, but it's there. Well, Iowa is a great state because Slipknot comes from there. Great album, by the way. If you don't have Iowa, there's something wrong with you. Way better than any Bieber album. Just saying. Anyway, moving on. Anyway. Alright, so, once again, our commentary team, this time on Collision, Tony Baloney Schiavone and the man from England, Nigel McGuinness, me love. Ho-hoy. Hello, me love. It's time for Wimbledon. Let's play some cricket and have some tea and crumpets with the Queen. Cheerio. Okay. Moving on. Alright, so we got that. So we start off with a recap of what happened on Dynamite this past week with the Blackpool Cuck Club and John Moxley kind of fucking around and, you know, trolling the AEW roster. They're thinking, hey, we're gonna come in the parking lot, and Maria Shafir is there, and then Claudio and Wheeler Yuta beat the crap out of everybody in the ring, and then they bring out Chucky T. They Pillmanize his neck, and he's still in a hospital right now. Sucks for him. And then we see what happened after the show, where Orange Cassidy starts yelling and screaming at the dancing fool Daniel Garcia, and Garcia's like, "Hey, don't take your aggression out on me. Take it out on them." And then Cassidy's like, "I'm gonna fix this Wednesday night. I'm gonna fix this." So they planted the seeds, and we're gonna see what happens Wednesday night. What Orange Cassidy does with the Blackpool Cuck Club, namely Mr. John Moxley. And I think at Full Gear, we're going to get Orange Cassidy taking on Mr. John Moxley for the AEW World title. He will not win, because I still think it's going to be, "Hi guys, me, Darby. I come from Seattle. I weigh 150 pounds soaking wet. But I do it for you guys. Ha ha." Okay. Moving on. We got that. Alright, first match out of the gate. We got the Switchblade. Hey, with the Switchblade. Jay White taking on the big man, Shane Taylor, along with Lee Moriarty. And we also had Rock Hard, Juice Robinson at ringside. This was a pretty decent match. 9.5 minutes they went. Not so much any interference from Lee Moriarty. We're getting to the end. Shane Taylor gets a near fall off a swinging rock bottom, back out, rock bottom. And then Juice takes Lee Moriarty out on the outside. Shane Taylor knees Jay White in the face, and that just really kind of messes up his bad leg. Dumbass. And Jay White wakes up. He hits the Blade Runner. 1, 2, 3. So he gets the win on a former Ring of Honor World TV Champion. Alright, they're doing the announcement of the lineups right now, and that's pretty much it in the World Series. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Basically. All right, so 9.5-minute match. Jay White gets the win, and so everybody's happy. 2.5 out of 5 stars. After the match, Jay White calls out the Hangman, Adam Page. Basically says, "I hit harder than you do, and maybe that's why I got under your skin last week. Maybe that's why I'm always been a step ahead of you. And Hangman, you could try to hang me again, but you better not miss this time, because I'm willing to give you one more chance." So he challenges him at Full Gear. So, Jay White, Adam Page, 2, Electric Boogaloo at Full Gear. So we got that. I think that's going to be a great match. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we have Ricochet in the back. He's here to prove something, prove something, prove something, prove something! That's wrong, but okay. Anyway, and then Leo Rush comes in with his crew. Rush has his own card from MVP, so he's really nothing special. And he basically tells Ricochet to not overlook him. So, we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright, then we have Lexi Nair interview the new look Kyle Fletcher, buzz cut and all. So he's like, "I don't want to talk about my buzz cut and my new look. I'm here to keep an eye on Ricochet." Because of Takeshi, of course. Also to say, "I'm ready to face Will Ocean Spray on Dynamite." Now, I don't know, I think that match is on Wednesday. If not, I don't know when it's going to be, but I'd like to see it. I can't wait for it. It's going to be great. Alright, this Skanky's lineup is being introduced. Solo, they're soon to be met. Could be a Dodger, too. And here comes Judgy Wudgy. Can barely even get out of the fucking dugout because he's on the roid. We got another roid head. Another. Here he is. Giancarlo. No, see, I take the steroid playboy. You know? Yeah, run out there. Oh, my leg! My leg! Pop the roid! Sorry. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so after that, after Fletcher says, "Hey, Will, I want to face Will Ocean Spray on Dynamite." See what happens with that. Give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to the ladies of AEW. We got the returning Penelope Ford, Miss Superbad, taking on Robin Renegade, who hasn't won a match in her life. 3 minutes! Somebody called 3-minute warning. 3 minutes. Did I say 3 minutes? Yes, I did. 3-minute match. Penelope gets the win after locking Robin Renegade in the Muda lock, made famous by the great Muda, of course, and a little extra on it. And, well, she gets the win, and I didn't give a fuck, so I give it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Becky Lynch 2.0, otherwise known as Jamie Hayter, pops up on the Tron and says, "I'm here, you're there." And then she kind of makes some threats, and Penelope's like, "Oh, come on in." But anyway, it's like, so Jamie Hayter says, "November 6th, me and you will fight on Dynamite." That rhymed. So we got that. So we'll see what happens with that. Should be a match, but we got that. Alright, after that, we go to the back once again with Lexi Nair. She's there with 2 great tag teams. We got FTR, Fuck the Revival, Dax the Axe, Harwood, and Cash. He's got a clock! Wheeler, taking on my favorite tag team right now, and that's the Outrunners, Turbo Floyd and Truth Magnum. They follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Good men. Moving on. Basically, FTR want the Outrunners to get the tag team titles, you think. Whether AEW tag titles, or I think they might get the Ring of Honor tag team titles. I think there's still GCW tag team champs, if I'm not mistaken, but we got that. I did mention GCW is coming back to the Hammerstein Ballroom January of 2026. Not 25, I don't know why, but 26. And also, for you old school CZW fans, Combat Zone Wrestling, remember Cage of Death? Oh, it's coming back! 2 days before my birthday, December the 22nd, in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And you thought CZW was dead. Well, it's kind of dead, but, you know. They do Tournament of Death. They just finished that off. I don't even know who won. Shows you how much I care. But yeah, Cage of Death is coming back to, well, not Pennsylvania, but, you know, the ECW arena where it used to be. We haven't seen Cage of Death in a while, but they're bringing it back in Atlantic City, New Jersey. I don't know if it's going to be at the Showboat. Well, not the where GCW used to do their shows, but I think the other part of Showboat. Somewhere in that hotel, I think. I think it's going to be at the Showboat. It says Atlantic City, so unless they're going to do it in a bigger arena, maybe the amphitheater. But we'll see. So check CCW and just Google Cage of Death 22 and see where the venue is. Not that I'm going to go to it, but I might watch it on whatever. Well, it's the 22nd is I'd say Friday night actually, so I don't know if I'm going to be watching it. I might watch the replay, but we'll see. We'll see. But you know, Cage of Death. I've always loved Cage of Death from the first one up to now with John Zandig. You know, the guy Jesus. You know that guy. Nick fucking Gage was in a couple of them. The White Beaters, of course. Oh, that's Zandig. Jerome was actually in one. Remember that, Jerome? We almost fell? I never fell, motherfucker. Okay. He fell. But, yeah, he did some damage. He knocked some guy off the makeshift scaffolding into a ring full of thumbtacks. Because, you know, it's double cage. It's double ring, but the second ring is just basically the Cage of Death. But then they innovated it so many years. For so many years, they innovated it. Every year is always innovative. Glass. One year they had, they had explosives in it. That was crazy. They had a cage which was like all the way, like all like this, like in a circle almost. They had one with CCW versus Ring of Honor, which I think Ring of Honor won that one. That cage was big. I mean, it fit like almost all the way around the ECW arena. Inside, I'm talking about. But, yeah, we have that. Alright, moving on with all that. Alright, so we'll see what happens with that. The Outrunners are going to be in action. They're in action next against the MXM Collection, Mace and Monsieur. Bulk. Alright, so they take them on. It's Jared Jeter. Ugh. Number 2 in your program, and number 2 in your program, and number 2 in your heart. Number 2, shortstop, Derek Jeter. Number 2. Because Jeter's throwing out the first pitch. Who cares? Who cares? Is he throwing out to Basada? I mean, this is kind of like, you know, 96 all over again, but no, it's not Basada. Wow. But he is throwing out the first pitch. Big fucking whoop. You know, they were talking about when Game 1, when, who was it? I think it was Torres hit that bomb to left field, and everybody thought it was out, and then the guy reached over, and, is that Trevino? That looks like Trevino. Anyway, but, remember when, the guy from the Dodger fan caught the ball, not that it was gonna go out anyway, and, I think it was Torres got a ground rule double or fan interference. They replayed 1996, I think it was 96 or 98, when the Jeffrey Mayer incident. Same fucking thing! This fucking 8-year-old kid takes the ball out of future Met, by the way, what was his name? Fernando Tatis, I believe, was in right field. This schmuck, this little fucking kid, Jeffrey Mayer, puts his glove right over the freaking wall, goes right in his glove, and I think Fernando Tatis had a chance to catch it or was going to hit the wall anyway. And the freaking umpires, this was before replay. Umpire says, "It's out of here! It's out of here!" Everybody in the Orioles wanted to kill the umpire. I think every fan who hated the Yankees wanted to kill the umpire. And replay showed it would have hit the top of the wall. Or at least hit the wall. Or Jeter would have been at second base. But what happens, this isn't without replay. They called it as a home run. And from there, the Yankees beat the Orioles. I think that was the November game that Jeter hit that home run. I could be wrong on that, but now you see that, you think it's a home run. Now we have replay to see if it's a home run, or the fan, it could have went out and the fan caught it. Was it gonna hit the wall? I don't know. We should have had replay way long ago. I don't even know when it first started, but I would have loved to have it in the mid-90s at least. Because they never had it. There was so many World Series games that were so controversial, some of them. But yeah, and then the playoff games, some of them were controversial. Oh, went down the line, hit the chalk. Oh, no, it's foul. The ever so popular Cubs game with that guy, what's his name? I can't even think of his goddamn name. He caught the ball and Moises Alou was right there. He looked like he was about to catch it. And what's his name? Gary Barthman? I can't Cartman, Barthman, whatever his name was. He caught the ball and it looked like Moises Alou had a chance to catch it. And I think the Giants went on to win that game. Sorry, Cub fans. But they didn't have replay for that. So the Cubs got screwed in I think it was game 7 of that series, in the championship series. If you had that. By the way, Raw just started. I don't want to look at you, John Smoltz. Fuck you. Alright, Raw has started, and then we're just getting a recap of the fake-as-fuck Bloodline taking out Jey Uso last week, and Braun Breaker won the title back for the second time. So we got that. Alright, let me finish this off, and that's it. Alright, so the Outrunners take on Mason Madden and Mansoor. Pretty decent match, but in the end, the Outrunners get the win after Dio Madden comes back with a Abyss Black Hole Slam. But he gets sent to the outside, and then the Outrunners hit Total Recall on Mansoor and Make-A-Wish, ladies and gentlemen, 11-11. Okay, make sure you make a wish at 11-11, 14-14, whatever. But we move on with that. And also, we saw Jay appear on SmackDown and in Brooklyn and get back together with Jimmy. So the Usos are back. So we'll see what happens tonight with them. And Roman's like, But if you watch SmackDown, if you haven't read the spoilers yet, then you might get a surprise on Friday night. But we'll see what happens with that. Moving on. Alright, so the Outrunners get the win. I gave the match 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get to Nigel McGuinness, me love, sitting down with William Utah. Ask him about trying to murder Bryan Danielson. He was like, you guys don't get it. He mentions like, it's like, oh, are you, Joker, are you mad that we killed the Batman before you did? Oh, you savage, William Utah. I hate you, but savage. Anyway, so Utah's like, oh, Nigel, you tried to get Bryan Danielson. You wanted to beat his ass, right? He's like, and Nigel's like, no, I wanted to prove I'm the better wrestler. And Utah's like, well, how'd that work out for you? And then Nigel's like, not great, you smug bastard. This was intense. So Utah talks about, we did what we did to Chucky Taylor, and Bryan Danielson for the greater good. Okay, you're not Angel from the hit show Angel, when he basically saved the world because of for the greater good. Alright, Jake Uso is here, the Yeet Man. So about to yeet all night. See what happens with that situation. He should come out with Jimmy. He's just there by himself. It's just me, Oos! Day one is just me, Oos! Day one is... Okay, moving on. Alright, so we got that. Anyway. So basically, the Blackpool Cuck Club are beating up everybody for the greater good. Whatever that means. Moving on. Alright, then we go in the back, we have Jake Lawrence! Tommy, you could have picked anybody to be your partner, but you picked Jake Lawrence, you bitch! So Jake the Snake Roberts is there with La Facción de Ignobles, Rouge, Jalisco, and Motas. And basically he says that Rouge and I think Rouge and Rouge and Jalisco are ready to hurt FTR in the main event. So we'll see what happens with that. Oops, I went ahead of my notes. Alright, so we got that. Alright, then we go to our next match. Ricochet takes on Leo Rush. Well, he came out with Top Flight Andretti and Layla Gray, but then they left. So, pretty decent match. Almost 11.5 minutes. In the end, Ricochet hits that running elbow of his once again. I don't know if he named it or anything. But anyway, he gets the win over Leo Rush, and that's pretty much it. Moving on. Good match, though. Alright, then we go to the back with Lexi Nair. She has a dressed-up pussycat named Harley Cameron. Who's now known as Thunder Harley! Who throws her hair around a lot, saying, hey, look at me. Look at my boobies. No. And says, Thunder Rosa isn't the only one who can paint her face. Okay. I bet you had your face painted in different ways there, Harley. Anyway, Thunder Rosa comes in and says, I'm ready to show you what the paint is really about all next week. And next week on, I think it's on Collision, they're going to do a Dia de los Muertos match, which means Day of the Dead. If you don't know Spanish. I know Spanish. Espanol. And no, I did not learn all my Spanish from Taco Bell. I have an interpreter named Rosa. But I digress. Anyway, so next week, we got a Dia de los Muertos match, Day of the Dead match, which I guess is a hardcore match. Obviously. So Thunder Rosa leaves, and then Harley Cameron with a like a meow squeak threatens Thunder Rosa with her wrath, and is like, that's not working for me very well, is it? No. Jey Uso is now in your city! I like when he says that. Yeet! Okay. Anyway. Alright, so, yeah. I liked how Thunder Rosa came in and says, ooh, we got a fine pussy cat. Stop stealing my line. Melanie Cervantes, come on now. You savage. Alright, moving on. Alright, so we got that. And then we got the Kingdom giving Beast Mortal some Halloween, more Halloween candy. And it says, hey, if you join us, we'll go trick-or-treating. Yay! Okay. We get that. Alright, then we get to Anna Jay and the Vietnamese princess Viva Van, who got her own entrance finally. So that means she signed with AEW. She is all elite, looks like. Good match, but as always, Anna Jay gets the win with the Gory Bomb, now known as the, it's the Widow's Peak. What? It's not the Widow's Peak. Somebody mistyped that. Not me, but somebody missaid that. Tony Giovanni. Right. So she wins the match with the Gory Bomb in under 10 minutes. So she's all ready for Mariah May. Speaking of her, she pops up on the Tron. gets right to the point, says, Anna Jay, if you left this business tomorrow, do you think anyone would actually really give a shit? Or would we just find a little fat-ass blonde, a fat-ass blonde, teach her to do an arm drag and watch her waste 5 years of her life? Damn! And basically says, Anna, you're not any kind of inspiration because instead of sink or swim, you're gonna drown against me. Oh, I love this promo from Mariah May. Loved it. We'll move on. Alright, Jimmy Uso is now in the ring with his brother Jay. I don't know what they're talking about. It says, I love you, man! Moving on. Alright, after that we get a little hype video for this Wednesday night's match between Adam Cole! Baby! Against Buddy Matthews. Should be some good shit. That's that. And then we have a promo after the what's coming up on Dynamite and other shows next week. We got Kyle O'Reilly, Auto Parts, and Tomohiro Ishii, not Ishii, it's Ishii. They basically vow revenge. Well, Ishii wants revenge on Chris Jericho. I don't know what O'Reilly wants. Well, I guess with everybody else, with the BCC. Jay said, we're not the ones. Wait now, wait a minute. You are the ones. Come on, Jay, come on, wake up. Now Jay's bringing up WrestleMania when, basically, Roman and him turn on Jay and they had that match, that horrible match at WrestleMania. That was bad. And then, pretty much, I think both of them got hurt. I think Jay came out, took Jimmy, and basically spit him off the stage through tables. That's how Jimmy kind of was out for a while. Ooh, yeet! Okay. Anyways, we got that. Alright, then we go to your main event of the evening. Jake Rampage comes out with Jalistico and Roosh to take on Dax the Axe Harwood and Cash. He's got a Glock Wheeler. Pretty good match. But in the end, Roosh goes to the Bull's Horns, gets broken up, and Roosh and Dax Harwood slap the living shit out of each other. Dax goes to the sharpshooter, gets blocked, and then the Beast Mortos comes out with a cheap shot. And then Jalistico walks right into the Shatter Machine. 1, 2, 3. FTR get the win in 16.5 minutes. That's it. After the match, big beatdown by La Facción, the Ignobles, on FTR. Basically a 3-on-2 beatdown. And then the Outrunners come in for the save. So basically a 4-on-3 beatdown. Now, I don't know if they're going to add somebody, make it an 8-man tag, or I don't know what they're going to do. But, because Jake Roberts can't wrestle anymore, we all know that, but, we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so, Collision was okay. I gave it a solid 7 out of 10 stars, and that's all I gotta say about that. Rampage, 6.5 out of 10 stars, and, that's it for that. So, pretty good shows this week from AEW, and we'll see what happens this Wednesday night on Fright Night. Dynamite this Wednesday night, right before Halloween, and that's it. Alright guys, I'm out of here. We're going to go watch the rest of Raw. Go back and forth with the Skanky game. Go Dodgers. Put almost the final nail in the coffin with the Yankees, but we'll see what happens with that. And that's pretty much it. I will most likely be back a little bit later on with my third video of the day, your Monday Night Raw review right here on the channel. So stay tuned, hit the bell for more, so when that video goes up, you'll know what happens. Uh-oh. We got a brawl. The Girls of Destiny are here, fighting with the Usos. I see Solo. I love you, Solo! But they're there, and Solo's like, Jacob Fatu just gets in the ring. Now it's a 3-on-2 beatdown with Solo on the outside, which could have been a 4-on-2. Jacob with a wicked super kick on Jay. And now basically he's beating the shit they're basically beating the shit out of the Usos right now. 3-on-2, and Solo's just loving it. Everybody's like, where's Roman? Well, Roman ain't around right now. Unless he does come out on Raw. So anyway, so Solo threw in the chair and wrapped it around Jay's neck. So it looks like they're gonna do what Solo did to Jimmy and hit the Uso splash in the corner, which took out Jimmy for a couple months. Now Jacob's about to do it. Oh no! And oh, thank God! Jay throws the chair at Jacob's head. And then the Usos now come back and then super kick the living crap out of everybody. They super kick Jacob. Jacob's like, no! And then they super kick him again. He goes out the ring. And the Usos stand tall. As Solo holds Jacob back. So, probably going to get some type of tag team match tonight with the Usos in their first match back as a tag team since, right before, no, not even before, since basically almost a year and a half ago. I could be wrong. So, I wouldn't be surprised if we get the Guerrillas of Destiny versus the Usos. I would have loved that to be for the tag team titles. But, I think we're going to get something like that. But, really it's 4-on-2. Roman, I don't know if he's there at the arena. But, we'll see what happens with that. So, little chaotic start to Raw, which is always chaotic at the start. So yeah, the Usos get beat down by the Guerrillas of Destiny and Jacob, but they come back and take them out by themselves. And then Adam Pearce and company have to break everything up. So we'll see what happens after the break and later tonight. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, let's quickly turn to the World Series. I know it just started. And alright, so first pitch of the game for the Yankees and the Dodgers. Game 3 is about to begin. And Clark Schmidt is pitching for the Skankies. Hasn't been that great this year, but it is what it is. First pitch is high, 1-0 to Ohtani, who's not been doing great this postseason and the World Series. 1 for 8. He did hit that double. And then he did walk, and that's how he hurt his wrist and shoulder in Game 2. So the doctors have said, I think the team has said, if you get on base, you might want to, just make sure you don't slide feet first and hurt yourself even more. Well, he's about to get on because it's a 3-0 count now. Oh boy. Huh. And really, what the Dodgers want to do is get a lot of runs in this. Early in the game, because it's in Yankee Stadium, short porch. A fly ball is basically a home run in Yankee Stadium. Wow, 4-pitch walk to Ohtani. Wow. That's crazy. So we got all that. Alright, so we'll see what happens with the Yankees. We'll see what happens on Monday Night Raw. And that's it. We'll see what happens by the end of tonight. And that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. And I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Until next time, if you're not down with that, well, just like the Yankees, you can go fuck yourself. And I got 3 more words for you. Fuck you, man. That's it. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Peace.